This story was told to me by my father, and it is as follows. My grandfather was a miner, and to get to the mine he had to rise at 3 in the morning and make his way on foot up the mountain. He passed by the shore of a river, and on one occasion he saw a little girl dressed in old-fashioned clothes. It would have been the middle of the 1800s. This girl made signs, and when he approached, she suddenly disappeared. Several days passed in which, passing by the riverbank, my grandfather saw that apparition again. When he told his workmates, rough miners from the province, they did not laugh as you might think. On the contrary, they were afraid and told him, "Speak to the soul, maybe you'll take the treasure." One rare day of rest, my grandfather woke thinking he had overslept. He scolded my grandmother and rushed out along the road to the mine, but found the way empty. It was strange that he did not meet any of the other workers until he reached the river and remembered that there was no work that day. Upset, he turned to go home, when suddenly he saw the little girl again, no more than 5 years old, in an immaculately white dress and white boots, without a speck of mud. My grandfather approached and asked, "What are you doing here alone, child of the Lord? Are you lost?" The girl answered, "Yes. Do me a favor. Take me to the other side of the river. My house is there. If you carry me across, I will give you everything you want. My parents have a lot of money." Distrustful and turning the matter over in his head, my grandfather thought it strange that a little girl of that age would be here at that hour in the rainy season and be so spotless. Still, the girl insisted, "Go on, sir, carry me. This is the shallow part. I don't want to get dirty, and I'll give you everything you want." Faced with her insistence, my grandfather agreed to carry her, but only as far as the middle of the river. When the girl settled on his back, she told him, "Don't turn around. Listen to what you hear. On the other side there will be a large pot of coins, but don't turn around." He had already reached about a third of the way across when he began to feel the weight on his back grow heavier and heavier. When he wanted to turn to see what was happening, the girl's voice pleaded, "Don't turn, please. Hurry up, there's not much left." When he was only a few meters from the far shore, curiosity overcame him. He turned, and what a surprise! Instead of finding the girl behind him, he found a snake. At least that is what he called it, enormous and thick, with great fangs and thick drool running from them. Terrified, my grandfather shouted, "Holy Mary," and threw that thing into the river. As it was thrown in, the being hissed, "I told you not to turn around. You were almost there, sir, go on, take me." My grandfather would not listen. He moved away from the riverbank without looking back. When the creature submerged, he saw the opposite shore begin to burn. They say when that happens it is because they are showing you where the treasure lies. My grandfather ran home and did not tell what had occurred until several days later, when he finally told his workmates. They reproached him for not digging where he had seen the burning. He objected that it was not for him, that it was the devil's affair. Several days after that, 2 of his friends disappeared. One was never found. The other was later found waiting along the river's edge, repeating, "I'll take you to the other side of the river. I'll take you to the other side of the river." Before he died, in a flash of lucidity, that friend told how he and the other man had been taken to the place where my grandfather had seen the burning and where that monstrous thing had thrown them. The only thing he remembered clearly was the little girl asking them to help her cross the river. That and nothing else.